Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. So somebody pointed out, I was saying at the end of the last episode that I really wished we'd gotten a piece of a Lost Tech mech. It turns out we did. Somebody pointed out in the comments of the last episode, the Griffin 4N is actually Lost Tech. They do not make 4Ns anymore. Obviously this is not exactly what I was talking about, it's just another Griffin. But, I mean, hey, that's still pretty cool. The Griffin 4N is an old Star League model that was among the most versatile mechs in its heyday. Its weapons generated a lot of heat, but the old double heat sinks were put in to handle it. It's almost impossible to find those anymore, though. Yeah, this is not actually a very good pull, but it is Lost Tech, and that is cool. So hey. Alright, we have some decisions to make here. We could just zoom off into the stars again. I believe we have some other flashpoints around. This is only a 3.5 skull. I kind of thought that that I wanted to skip this on account of it giving us a bunch of Capellan Confederation rep, which will reduce our score. And honestly, rare items are not... That's not like a super compelling reward to me. We could come back and do joint venture. Honestly, probably... This is actually probably worth doing for the rep, right? The Lyran Commonwealth likes us somewhat. I mean, we got a lot of rep with the Draconis Combine for doing that other flashpoint. So maybe this would be worthwhile. It would be very easy now, probably. Uncommon items, again, not very good loot, but the rep is really what I'm thinking, because rep is score, and we care about score. I mean, we could gain Capellan Confederation rep and then just lose it again. Because we really do want to be negative 100 with them. I don't know. The other thing we have to think about is whether we want to do any more missions on this world. So our current reputation status with the pirates is +4. We have a couple of jobs left on this world, and they pay pretty well, and doing jobs and getting paid also is worth score, but all 3 of these jobs are against the local pirate organization. -5, -8... and also -8. So we would end up -17 with the pirates. We would get rep with the Federated Suns and the Free Worlds League. I think we're pretty close to 0 with both of them. So there would be a temporary loss of points as we push towards 0, but I'd like to end up positive with a lot of these factions. It's tough to know exactly who will have the opportunity to gain a lot of rep with in the future, and who we will most likely end up tanking with. Yeah, hard to say. But just earning C-bills. For each 10,000 C-bills you earn over your career, you get a point. Just like earning money is worth points. And there's more salvage available. Man, the fact that just earning money is worth points does actually make that flashpoint more compelling, though, doesn't it? Because we got extremely paid from the last one. Yeah, alright. We'll probably do that then. We'll probably go and do that flashpoint that works for the Capellans, and then we'll just zero out our Capellan rep again afterward. But I think it would be foolish of us not to take these jobs on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to wait 3 days, let the Thunderbolt get repaired, and then we're going to take our B team into this 2.5 skull, I think. Our B team of pilots to push XP. Because there's no way we need to go super hard on this. Unremarkable empty systems like this one are the perfect location for covert intelligence gathering operations. We believe there's a pirate facility here on Itzber doing exactly that. Monitoring the pattern of dropships making landings on the planet has led Merrick analysts to a remote, apparently empty facility. Until just a few days ago when we picked up the unmasked signature of a mech's fusion engine powering up. That facility isn't empty, and we want the data stored there. Alright, how relevant can intel from the Assam to Nowhere really be? It's a fair question there, Darius. So we're, I think, unlikely to see any mechs that are terribly relevant here. I might even go all money on this. I really, really don't expect us to get any good salvage on a 2.5. The difference is 150,000 C-bills. No, let's go, just in case. Just in case. So, we're going to put the Right, the Griffin was what we were running before. Let's run the Enforcer then. Let's give this a try. And I think we want to probably pull Ricochet and Centurion, because we want to build up XP on Sand Cricket, who has increased initiative. Maybe the Jägermech. Rocket, who has Bulwark and increased initiative, and Sensor Lock. This is probably a Thunderbolt pilot. Razor, who has Heat Reduction, Bulwark, and Sensor Lock. That's probably there. And then that puts Hellebore on the Enforcer. Probably not the optimal place for him, but whatever. Everybody who doesn't yet have Tactics 9 needs XP, and this is how we're going to get it for him. It is worth noting that XP earned is also worth score, so just like doing jobs is good. Really, every time you go to a world, you should do every job that you can on that world. It is not score efficient to spend any more time traveling than you absolutely have to, and it's like every job is just free points, right? Which does mean that sometimes we're going to go to a world and do a bunch of jobs that are too easy for us, and I understand that those are not always super exciting. But it's just like the numbers. We got to make the numbers go up. Anybody who's been around here for a while knows how I feel about the numbers and making them increase. Darius, with the extremely good point here, was still being paid, so I suppose it doesn't matter. Yep, I'm with you. I mean, it's possible when you get a cover story and it doesn't make sense. It's possible that the cover story is a lie. It's also possible that your employer's dumb. It's also possible that you're dumb, right? You are judging that it doesn't make sense incorrectly because you do not have all the information. Alright, move into position to survey the outpost, and let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Frankly...
Okay, here we go.
I do love Sand Cricket. Frankly, this is probably a job that the Thunderbolt and the Grasshopper could handle. Just the two of them together.
Moving out.
We can move remarkably little across this terrain. Oh, I forgot about Hellebore's accent too. We all have such a delightful cavalcade of accents here.
Coordinates received.
So the Jägermech probably wants to go up here with you, and we'd like to get the Enforcer close enough to use its medium lasers. Maybe. It's also pretty lightly armored. I guess it's not that lightly armored relative to the enemies we'll probably be facing here. It's lightly armored relative to the rest of our mechs, which doesn't really mean that much. Wow, a 20. It's going to be like a spider or a locust or something.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, well, let's
Roger.
Let's get some vision here. What have we? Why, it's a Shadowhawk. Alright, do we want to just go for the precision strike to get my base hit chance up? I think so.
Confirmed.
Okay, not a bad start. Honestly, Shadowhawk 2H, that might be a mech that we need to put together yet. That might be our piece of salvage right there.
Hold in firm. Receiving you.
The Jägermech. Hold on. Hold on, Jägermech. Unfortunately, the Thunderbolt has blocked in my my other mechs here, so I'm having trouble getting vision of this other thing. I guess I wouldn't shoot at this first anyway. With it being 20 tons, I almost certainly don't care about it. That thing's pretty close to a knockdown. We didn't quite get it unsteady. Shoot. All right, let's reserve. I'm gonna let this thing take its turn, and then we'll really have at it afterward.
Good to go. Commander.
How close can the Grasshopper get? Yeah, I really want to be down
Roger
here.
that.
So those are pretty bad odds. I'll just fire whatever weapons I can fire without actually generating heat. Yeah, that'll do. I should probably be firing the missiles. Fire the missiles and we turn off one laser. We actually generate no heat. And maybe we'll get some hits and maybe we won't.
On it.
It is nice to have a mech that's high on laser weapons again, though, so that I can do stuff like that without having to think, oh man, is this going to put me in a bad position regarding ammo for the rest of the mission? I'm kind of surprised I can't see that other one. Not that we need to, I would like to know what it is we're looking at here. Alright, I think he just gets everything, right?
Reporting. Critical hit.
Okay, well, the ammo explosion was not super relevant, because that part of the torso only had 8 HP left anyway. But it did do damage to the pilot. Maybe we get a pilot kill rather than a mech kill if we can knock it down, and then we can use that, like, take a piece of the torso as salvage and get the other piece. I get the other piece or pieces as loot, just from the random salvage. Maybe we're that lucky. Sometimes we're that lucky.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Oh, he got cored. I think if we had stopped hitting him after the leg went out, there's some chance that the pilot dies there, right? Because that was an ammo explosion, then both pieces of his torso gone, and then a knockdown would have been 4 damage. Oof. Alright. Alright. At the moment, I'm relying on my mechs being so heavy and impressive that I don't have to use, like, tactics. But maybe maybe that's not the safest way we could be doing things.
Orders.
I think we just focus on the black. I don't care about a locust so much at this point.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Alright, well, all that evasion doesn't seem to be helping him that much.
Yeah, Commander.
Trying to generate a little bit of evasion, running back and forth. I will say one thing that I liked about the old Bulwark, the original version of Bulwark gave you a defensive bonus for not moving, I believe. And that would lead to it sometimes being correct for you not to move, whereas in this situation, it's a little silly that our Jaeger mech is just like running back and forth at as high a speed as it can manage across this plateau while firing all of its weapons. Man, we gotta get some more missiles on this thing.
Receiving you.
Just not enough. It's never enough. We can jump all the way in and just really let the Locust have it, I suppose? I don't know. I just don't care.
You need to secure the area, Commander.
Alright, that facility isn't abandoned at all. Yeah, we know. Man, I'm fighting guys right now. Darius, I need you to pay more attention to what is happening around you. Alright, so this guy's all the way unstable. If even a single missile hits, it'll knock him down. I think we can probably just go hard on this, though.
Solid connection on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't really doing this on purpose. Like, right, there's a missile hard point, so we should use it. But actually, having at least one weapon that causes stability damage on this mech has been really valuable. Because we can routinely fill a stability meter from very low with the Jaeger mech. So having somebody who can just give it that last little push is very helpful.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay, well, obviously this thing is dead.
Yes, Commander.
I am not going to spend ammunition on it.
Location confirmed.
Aw, didn't get quite through to the center torso.
Scarred a critical hit.
Yep, I suppose you did. Nah, we do have to finish. We do have to finish this off. Do I need to use all of this Jaeger mech ammo, or hold on? Let's see if we can get it with the Enforcer. The center torso is not very open yet, but yeah, any of my weapons, almost any of my weapons actually get through the armor, and obviously there is a risk of ammo explosion here. Every hit to the center torso at this point is potentially a kill. The pilot has 2 damage on him.
Waiting for orders.
much ammo do I really want to spend here?
Move order received.
I guess we still have an awful lot. Let's put in the autocannon and like the 15 and the 10. It's probably way more than is necessary. But I also don't want him getting up. This feels like enough to be certain. And it still lets us generate a little bit of, or lets us rid ourselves of a little bit of heat.
Orders.
Okay, and obviously this is...
Acknowledged.
Obviously this is lethal. Even if the...
For physical attack.
Even if the punch had missed, I think that was guaranteed to be lethal. This is a lot of damage of close-up weapons.
That's a kill.
Alright, let's go get the rest of our score.
Heading out. Move order received. On the move.
Lifting off.
Apparently it took him a little while to figure out where the button for the jump jets was.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Something tells me we'll be okay.
I'm here.
We should probably... We should probably reserve, right? If we can't get into range to actually see that thing, then
What can I do?
it doesn't help us to go before it.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Let it walk over to us a little bit. Oh, apparently it doesn't have jump jets. It has to go around the long way. Well,
Ready
who
for
has
orders.
sensor lock?
Waiting for orders.
You do. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have you run forward into cover here. And just
Copy that,
sensor lock
Commander.
an enemy for the Jaeger mech. You got a full lance coming in, 40, 45, 45, and 55. What are you?
Sensors locked on.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, it's not
sir.
super dangerous, but it's certainly something I'd rather not get to
Receiving
shoot at us.
Heading out. Copy that.
I guess I could have gone for a precision strike there. Gotten my hit chances all the way up because we are resolve capped anyway. Definitely should have done that.
Standing by.
Right here.
Wow, that is a very loud airplane or missile or something outside.
Roger that. Full speed.
Apologies for that.
Waiting for orders.
Oh, man. Can't get... Oh, I can get close enough to get a little bit of vision. Whatever.
Roger, full speed.
This is fine. So we'll definitely have real vision to target them with next turn, which means we don't have to spend anybody's turn on sensor locking. A Hatchet Man, a Vindicator. Okay, the Hatchet Man is the actual first target then. And a Cicada that we can probably just completely ignore. Yep, good shooting. Got me quaking in my giant metal boots.
Standing by.
Is there any place where I can get a direct shot? I think that direct shot is not on the Hatchet Man, but whatever.
Coordinates received.
Right, I think the Hatchet Man's indirect fire. Yeah. All right. We'll just target you and you. Or do I precision strike the Hatchet Man to try to... Because the right arm is currently facing us. Yeah, let's do that.
Locking on.
We can get rid of that autocannon. I probably will not miss the AC-2 fire on that other thing. Alright, we got most of the way through that armor. The AC-10 and the Axe are the two most dangerous weapons on the enemy team, and they are both on the same part of the same mech here, so it behooves us to get rid of them if we can. Though it looks like if we can is a pretty distant concern. Alright, I'm going to reserve then. This might result in the Grasshopper getting chewed up a little bit, but I'd really like it if I could get a nice clean shot on that Hatchet Man. So we pushed it down to 2 initiative with our precision shot, and we are just going to reserve to 1. Let it come to us. They will probably get a clean AC-10 hit here. Yep. Grasshopper's tough enough to take it. It did land center, though. It's a little concerning.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander. Good to go.
Alright, is this Razor's first time piloting the Grasshopper? She may not understand the incredible danger that she poses to all of these guys. So yeah, we just do this, right? I'm just going to get all the way in here and we're going to let this guy have it. It is a little bit of a shame that he has as much evasion as he does, but support weapons seem to completely ignore evasion. You can see there from the hit percentages. And I'll go ahead and precision strike. I think we'll get this. I am definitely precision striking. Okay.
All weapons are go.
This might be enough damage to just kill it. No, it looks like we're not going to put quite enough through.
Solid connection on that one.
Okay, got him to 46.
I'm receiving you.
And I actually do quite a bit of stability damage. Yeah, when I get to use the machine guns too. Although I guess he probably still had stability damage on him from the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if the Enforcer can mop up any here, because I would love it if I did not have to use the Thunderbolt to finish off the Hatchet Man.
Confirmed.
I want to have the Thunderbolt just like completely core one of their otherwise healthy mechs. That is funny every single time that it happens. Oh, that's a good start. No, we couldn't get one of the medium lasers in.
Commander?
Alright, well she unfortunately does not have multi-target. He is down to 1 for his next turn though. Yeah, we don't need to worry about him too much. So what I just let the Vindicator have it. Ooh, wow. These chances are pretty bad. I could just sensor lock him now, and then... Yeah, I suppose that's a possibility. Strip a bunch of that evasion.
I've got to sensor lock. Okay.
Yeah,
Now it's on.
I'm unhappy with the, Okay, that sucks.
Internal structure damage. Yes,
Pretty
Commander.
unhappy with that shot, otherwise. Alright, I can get 2 points of evasion from running forward and get a pretty clean shot on the Vindicator here. I could also try to dump that Wolverine. The Vindicator's not really that much of a threat to me at this range. I'm going to keep my right arm safe, so maybe do something like this. Yeah,
10-4.
I think I like that. I am 1 point of resolve short of being able to precision strike and maintain my my inspiration, but maybe the precision strike will be enough to get a kill here. No, it won't.
10-4.
Oh well. I think it's still worth doing. Okay, pilot headshot, not really relevant. A little too close to put that PPC to use.
Standing by.
Alright, let's talk about the Jaeger mech. What do we need to put away the Hatchet Man? Because that's this turn, right? It's we shoot the Hatchet Man and we shoot this guy. It's just a matter of how much I think we need in both of those cases. Unfortunately, they both have quite a bit of center health left. Clustering is always tricky, so if we send, like, maybe like that, that's going to be enough to knock them both down as well, probably. Or maybe I even... The Hatchet Man's not super dangerous anymore. It only has 1 weapon left, and it can melee, but without the hatchet, that's not that scary. Yeah, let's do it like this.
Split and fire.
Okay, apparently that was the right amount. I talk a lot about how powerful the Grasshopper is, how it's dragging us through fights that we have no business winning, and how the Thunderbolt with its AC-20 is just like a total nightmare. But the Jaeger mech also is absolutely horrifying to behold. We have a really, really powerful squad right now.
Moving out.
Once we can find a good mech for this 4th spot. Let's just go ahead and precision strike this guy.
Firing all weapons.
Oof, still missed the PPC. That's a shame. But their initiatives are completely tanked for next round. They're in terrible shape. I guess let's punch from the front. I kind of want to do this because it means that my back armor is not so exposed to the cicada. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do it like this.
Move order received.
We're less likely to get a kill, but we're not super likely to get a kill from the front in the first place, given his high remaining armor and everything. Oh, this guy had not acted yet this turn. I thought he had for some reason. Interesting decision. Wonder why he wouldn't go after the Thunderbolt.
Losing lots of armor.
Eh,
Mech warriors, show them what you've got.
I don't think I would say lots.
I'm here.
Okay, so I am cool ignoring that thing. This guy actually does move on to... Can't get a point of evasion without running onto the ice. You know, running onto the ice is fine.
Move order received.
He's gonna point blank this dude. If I precision strike, we're not gonna get back up above 50 resolve even if I kill him, so I'm gonna trust.
Fire in.
Turns out I shouldn't have.
Critical hit, Commander.
He is all screwed up and way low on weapons, though. He ran around to our vulnerable arc and then ignored us and shot at the grasshopper some more. I do feel like I've been playing a little loose here. This has not been my finest strategy. Alright, unfortunately we're in the arc that is still strong for this guy. Can I get into his frontal arc before shooting? No, I can get a direct shot on him from the right. Alright, well, no sense moving then. So you're going to get some of it. Let's see, we go like 10s and 15s on A. This guy's going to get knocked down by anything, but I also would like to actually like do some real damage to him. Oh, I'm hitting his back armor too. That's really nice. Although I'm going to hit his back armor a bunch, and then I'm going to knock him down so his back armor is inaccessible. Yeah, let's do it like this. I am hopeful that we can actually kill A with this attack.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Show me some center. Nope. Almost all of it went into that arm. That's annoying. Ah, didn't quite pull the torso section either. Well, a knockdown's good. Vindicator's gonna get to step on him, which is nice. Or the grasshopper, rather.
Took a hard hit there.
Waiting for orders. Consider it done.
What do I think here? I mean, the Wolverine's way less dangerous than it once was. It probably makes more sense to shoot this guy.
Consider it done.
It's a lot of damage to the wrong side of that torso.
Yes, Commander.
Well, as it stands right now, this guy is still absolutely in position to just stand up and shoot somebody with his PPC. I'm inclined to keep stomping. Maybe... You know what, I'm almost certainly better off just shooting him, right? Maybe, like, move to here, turn a little bit so that my my one arm isn't taking all of the hits. Although both my arms are kind of screwed up. We actually get way more damage out of a full volley of laser fire than we do out of the punch. And the full volley of laser fire will let me actually aim a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those 85s. Just go dead center.
Locking in all weapon systems.
There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Grasshopper is very good. Man, 5 structural
My internals
damage.
are taking a beating.
We might put this thing back out in the field without repairing that. Alright, I definitely want to just step over here and precision shot this thing to prevent it from taking action immediately. We might be able to wrap this up without taking any further fire.
Target locked.
Turns out I did not need to fire the
Enemy
missiles.
eliminated. Waiting for orders. Position confirmed.
Alright, I have to imagine that we are going to kill this guy this round. I can't see how he could possibly survive. Okay, that took a little bit more fighting than I was expecting. For a 2.5, that was relatively tough. I would say that second Lance of Max was a 2.5 skull mission by itself, frankly. There we go. There's somebody who can actually get in the
On
thing.
my way.
On my way. Roger. Location confirmed.
And I'm pretty sure we're done now. Yeah, it does seem like they don't calculate reinforcements into the mission difficulty at all, maybe? They set the mission difficulty and then they maybe spawn reinforcements, and if they spawn reinforcements, you just have to do 2 missions with no break between them, including no armor repairs? Alright, what do we want for our piece of priority salvage? Well, this does complete a Shadowhawk. None of the rest of this loot is any good at all, so there you go. Got ourselves some other mech pieces. One more piece of a hatchet man, and we'll be able to sell off a spare hatchet man. So, I can't remember, did we have a Shadowhawk complete or not? I think that was our first Shadowhawk, so that's going to be worth some points as well.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
You can probably just put away the blackjack, right? Hard to imagine we're going to use the blackjack anymore. Alright, let's do a little bit of repair here. How much damage do we actually take? Yeah, that's a fair amount. The grasshopper's only missing a tiny little bit of center torso structure. Maybe this is greedy, but I think we're going to go out into the field without... Yeah, it's missing 5 structure. And we're going to go out into the field without repairing that. Just, like, trying to optimize my time as much as possible here. There's a whole extra day to repair it now, or we could just repair it in flight for no time cost at all. The Thunderbolt took a little tiny bit more damage. It's possible I don't need to repair that either. Oh, what now? You're speaking to Yang in the mech bay when the yelling starts. Across the bay, a pair of your mech warriors face off in front of a battle mech. You get there just as Hellebore pulls back to throw a punch at Razor. Listen, we're all living in this tin can together. You get the cabin fever a little bit. I understand. I'm sending them to settle things in the simulators. You raise your voice and both mech warriors turn to you, Hellebore's fist relaxing. If you mech warriors have a dispute, you settle it in the battle pods. Frankly, you both need the practice. The mech warriors grumble and wander off. You hear later from Yang that Razor absolutely trashed Hellebore, just destroyed him in the simulated battle, and that Hellebore has been moping ever since. Well, that's a shame. But Experience for everybody. Hey, look at that. I really like the fact that losing is worth more experience than winning. That's absolutely true to life. So, before we do anything else here, let's just pop back into the barracks.
Something I can do?
What am I doing with you? You got your skills. You have some reasonable base weapon hits. I think, honestly, we probably do just go for Tactics 9 on everybody. Now that our resolve generation is in such a good place, it'd be so nice to be able to actually hit my aim shots.
Commander.
Okay, so you need one more job. You're so close to
Commander.
ready. You need a few. Okay, let's do one more job then. Biological sample. We need you to recover our operatives from inside a pirate research facility. They'll be carrying highly sensitive scientific materials which must be returned to us. These materials are of a biological nature and must not be tampered with. Opening or tampering with the materials will be considered a breach of contract. Okay. Contract includes 20 pages of protocol for handling the sample cases we'll be recovering. Huh. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a little concerning, but I think we probably have this under control. So here, I think I do want to take a couple pieces of salvage. At 3 skulls, we might see things that we actually care about as far as loot goes. And the max pay, like, we're not really sacrificing that much money for going after this. God, I don't even know what to do with all the C-bills we have. It's kind of crazy. Alright. Team worked pretty well together. The Rocket is going to be in position to take over full-time piloting of the Thunderbolt, which I like a lot. I'm going to be really happy to have sensor lock on that thing. It is a little bit of a shame. It's a little bit of a shame to lose multi-target, because we have actually used it a couple of times, and even this last mission, there was an opportunity where I would have liked to fire the autocannon at one thing and the missiles at a different thing. We could get somebody with, well, yeah, multi-target and master tactician are in the same line, right? So you could have somebody with both, or with multi-target and those, but I don't know about sacrificing bulwark, given how close that thing has to get to fight. Your target is a pirate research facility. They're ready for extraction when you reach the facility. Pick them up, get to the evac point. Okay, we gotta climb a big mountain on the way out there. Seems less than ideal.
Firing jump jets.
Some of us can go over the mountain, not all of us.
Move order received. On my way.
Yeah, the Enforcer's pretty light on jets as well.
On the move.
Alright, the Grasshopper will perform the high altitude flank. Everybody else can just go around over the road.
Standing by. Yes, Commander. Moving out.
Piece of cake.
Engaging jump jets.
It is nice to have a mech that is actually at full jump jets. We have something of a mobility problem in this team.
I'm receiving you. Acknowledged. We got company.
Okay, vehicles and a mech.
Right here.
Well, Grasshopper's kind of out of position.
On my
I
way.
thought we were going to see enemies more down in this area. That's fine. I can catch up with remarkable speed.
Jumping.
Man, those jets must be awfully powerful, considering how heavy that thing is. We got a 55-ton and a pair of 80-ton vehicles moving on
I'm
one.
here.
Well, I know who I'm most concerned about. That one's just a Manticore. Honestly, that Wolverine build is not that impressive for a mech of its size. Yeah, we definitely care about the Manticore more. I think I want a precision strike here. I just want to drive these percentages up a little bit. Boy, why don't we precision strike one of the pieces of side armor? Thing has a lot of health. It will be easier for people to hit its left, I think. Yeah, caught the front anyway. I hope that's not a demolisher. Okay, a pair of large lasers. What could that be? What has a pair of large lasers?
Good to go.
Not actually 100% sure. No direct fire for me.
Location confirmed.
How many missiles do we need to finish off this Manticore? Oh wow, I'm just gonna give it the full volley. Honestly, this might not even be enough. Yeah, okay, it has like 20 front health left.
Waiting for orders.
Stupid vehicles.
No problem.
I think we should be able to finish it off here. Yep, either one of these weapons hitting front armor will be a kill.
One for the scrap heap.
Yes, very, very good, Hellebore. You did it. Congratulations. Alright, so they have at least one other thing moving on 3.
Good to go.
I don't think... That delay was long for 1, but I think it was too short for 2. Alright, I'm going to jump down here and potentially find out that this thing is a demolisher. So we could play it safe. But if it's a demolisher, it's probably going to be able to shoot at Thunderbolt anyway. I think it can get close enough. Yeah. I don't think waiting actually helps us. Is, in fact, pretty unlikely to get the kill. But let's go for it.
Engaging.
Okay. Softened it up. So I do have 4 points of evasion. I might dodge one of the shots. Oh, or both of them. That was really lucky. It might actually be outside of optimal range for an AC-20. The guns are really, really short-ranged. Alright, looks like we're not going to be getting to any cover anytime soon. Yeah, look at that. That's outside of optimal range. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't really want to use Precision Shot because I really want to use Vigilance. So I think we're going to jump over to here. Alright, let's Vigilance first. Get my Bulwark up. And fingers crossed. Okay. Nice solid center hits there. That was pretty good. Are you by any chance storing ammunition in your center torso? You are not. That's a shame. Awful lot of stuff getting through that
Can't
evasion.
take much more of this.
You'll be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Orders?
So, unfortunately, the worst damage to the Demolisher is on the side that can't be hit by most of these people. It took only 50 frontal damage. So I think we're gonna have to rely on the Grasshopper to actually kill it. Ah, that thing is a crab. Well, as much as this guy's already damaged, I kind of think I'm more worried about the crab than I am the Wolverine.
What's up, Commander?
Why don't we see if we can't get a PPC on it?
Moving to position.
Just soften up its damage potential a little bit before it fires at the Grasshopper.
Taking the shot.
Okay. And just screw with its sensors a little bit. Oh, alright. I am very okay with that. Alright, now I think I reserve the Jägermech. I want the Grasshopper to go after the Demolisher before the Jägermech takes its turn, so that we can figure out if we need the Jägermech to help with the Demolisher or not. Okay, so they have 4 mechs, all of which move on 3.
Damage minimal.
Or I suppose these could be LRM 5 pods. Oh, they have 5 things that move on 3. These could be LRM 5 pods from vehicles or stuff too, I guess. It doesn't necessarily have to be mechs. So 5 things moving on 2, plus a manticore and a
Standing
demolisher.
by.
Very reasonable. Very reasonable build. Well, I can choose from making it to cover or continuing to fight the demolisher. I do not get to do both. Heat's going to be something of an issue, but I do get to coolant vent this turn. The demolisher has to die. It's too important. But I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna stand like this to present my front to whatever's shooting at me from a million miles away. Try to limit the amount that I take hits on the right side. We have 50 armor on the back. Maybe I want to be more like this. My back armor is actually thicker on the damaged portion than the front armor is at this point. This does make it pretty easy for the guys in front of me to hit my right arc, though. I think this is right. Alright, we are definitely going to want a coolant vent. And then I just put everything I got into this demolisher.
Taking the shot.
Okay. Had to happen.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Hopefully I'm in a position where I can spend a turn or two punching. So now we can just send you up to have at this crab. I think I care about the crab more. Like, the AC-5 is dangerous. The SRM-6 is, of course, another 48 damage. Thing is, I'm not going to be able to kill the crab anytime soon. Jeez, I might not be able to kill this guy either. Alright, let's precision strike him. Push him down to 2 initiative. Yeah, we might be able to get rid of him before he gets a turn. Oh, okay, cool. I was actually thinking she would probably fail to do that, even with the precision strike, but
Let's go.
I'm glad that she got there.
Commander?
Oh, I can't jump down into the cover. Well, I probably don't need to. I'm gonna go ahead and go without the bulwark or the vigilance this turn.
Engaging target.
Okay, pretty good.
That's a kill.
So now those mechs in the distance don't have vision of us anymore. You're gonna have to actually come over here. Maybe employ a little bit of sensor locking.
Feeding you.
So you get reserved, actually. Okay, so we think this is all of them, right? I'm going to reserve here again. Okay, yep, that is all of them.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
Well, we probably want the grasshopper to move first. Get a little bit of vision. Unfortunately, not super safe to just jump up like this, except that I do have vigilance available. But maybe I want to spend a turn taking it easy. You just move into the cover and sensor lock something.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot. Okay. Also, apparently we're loading the samples onto the grasshopper. I suppose that's the right mech to load them onto, right? So, I mean, this thing's just in the open. I bet we can kill it.
I've got a sensor lock. Yeah, Commander.
A standard Vindicator.
Yeah.
That's alright, I guess. Can't quite get a shot on it from anywhere.
No problem.
Yeah, this should be... This is maybe killable. I guess we don't have... I'm not going to spend Resolve.
Commander?
So probably we will not get the kill. I'll just soften it up a little bit.
Confirmed.
'Cause I would love to get us back above Inspiration.
Affirmative. Let's get this done, folks.
So it's 2 45s and a 55. We don't know much except that all of them have LRMs.
Standing by. Waiting
I
for orders.
guess it's... Yeah, I guess it's Thunderbolt moving up for a sensor lock. Can we get... Yes, we do have sensor lock at this range.
10-4. Got a lock.
Please don't run into cover. Okay. He decided to stand in the open. I very much appreciate this.
Orders?
I get a... Yes, I can get an actual clear shot. Clear shot with a high ground bonus and everything. Okay, that's a pretty good start.
What's up, boss?
I can't quite get into his front arc. Can I get to a spot where... Yep, that'll do. No front arc, but I do get to use the autocannon.
Firing full complement on enemy.
$22. Alright. Alright, we are pretty close to
Commander.
debilitating this thing in a pretty serious and permanent way. Okay, if I move a little bit closer, I'll be able to jump over him into cover
On
next
my
turn,
way.
which I like a lot. And I could sensor lock one of these other guys just to screw out their shot. I guess he doesn't have the sensor lock debuff on him right now.
The asset is in hand, Commander. Good work.
Secure the secondary facility to rescue the operatives. Yeah, I think we could probably do that.
Standing by. Orders?
Nice of him to put himself in such a vulnerable position here.
Okay, I'm on it. All weapons are go.
Kind of hoping avoiding having to use Sand Cricket on him.
Losing armor.
Something tells me you're going to be alright. Yeah, I think I'm just going to reserve out
I'm
here.
here.
I guess the Thunderbolt's not going to get a shot pretty much no matter what I do. Yeah, let's just reserve. I want the other mech to move forward as much as it's going to before we make any other decisions here. Okay, good. I was hoping to get vision of it so that we could split some of the fire, because I don't think the Jaeger mech needs to go maximum hard to kill that thing.
Waiting
Here's a
for
question.
orders.
Do I want to do a death from
Good to
above
go.
with the Grasshopper? Legs are still fully armored. Well, close to fully armored. Close enough. Right, like we could just jump in on the Shadowhawk and really give it hell. DFA is only 60% likely to hit. I'm losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 medium lasers to do it, plus the SRM. It's less heat to do that, but it's more total damage to just jump up and shoot all of my weapons at the same time. Autocannon's on the right side, isn't it? No, the autocannon is on the left. So jump up into his left arc and just... Yeah, I think that's right.
Up high.
I am trusting everybody else to deal with the other guy here. May as well precision strike him.
Solid
Wow.
connection on that one.
That was actually almost lethal.
Commander?
And that thing moved forward far enough for me to get a
Confirmed.
reasonably clean shot here. Honestly, there's pretty good odds of a kill. The Grasshopper is wild, man.
Mech destroyed.
Okay, well it seems to me we can
Good to go.
probably afford to just precision strike this thing in the center. I get It doesn't look like I can get an autocannon shot. Oh, here we go. Here we have it.
Coordinates received.
That is just another Vindicator. How much do I actually need to kill this thing? Probably not that much if I precision strike. If I don't precision strike, though, it's hard to know. I'm just going to take the aim. I know we could split and do an awful lot of damage elsewhere.
Confirmed.
And there's no sense trying to, like, save armor, or save ammo or anything, because we know this mission's almost over.
Enemy down.
Alright, well, something tells me this guy's not going to be able to get through all four of us. Yep, that was a pretty sad start.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
I think I'm going to reserve here, just because I want the Grasshopper to start
Got
the
it.
fight.
Stay and put for now.
Go for a great big punch right in his PPC arm.
Moving out.
And this completely resets my heat.
Locked on for physical attack. Yes, Commander.
Not quite what I was hoping for, if I'm being honest.
Lifting off. Ten-4. Reporting critical hit.
Alright, well, seems like this is probably over.
Waiting for orders. On the
Oh, I
move.
even get to fire the autocannon at it. That's how very unfortunate. Alright, so I think that we're looking pretty good here. We're gonna have to, like I said, get our pirate rep back up, and we kind of have to get our Capellan rep back down. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do both of those at the same time if we can just find a good system nearby
That's the kill.
that has both a pirate and Capellan presence, or that has a pirate presence but is in Capellan space or something.
Aye, aye. Copy that, Commander. Move order received.
Wait. Okay, that's the evac zone. That's the optional objective.
Moving to
Obviously, I want to get paid the rest of the way.
Be there in a jiff.
Plus, I think once we step in here, it'll end the mission anyway, because there's nothing else. Nothing else left to do and no opposition remaining.
affirmative.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
To position.
Consider it done.
The secondary asset is
Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, we took a low enough amount of base pay here that the pay bonus is not going to be super valuable. Yeah, 30% payment taking us all the way up to about $250,000. Great. So, Shadowhawk 2D is not... We built the other kind of Shadowhawk, right? We should probably take this. And then I have Vindicators for days. I think we have a Wolverine, right? This is one of the 55-tonners that we finished. You get a plus accuracy laser. Plus 4 accuracy PPC is certainly interesting, but it looks like we don't have any crab parts. We should probably try to put together crab. They gave us the PPC anyway. Awesome. I don't know that we're actually going to be able to complete any mech classes. It's a lot of... some of them have an awful lot of mechs in them, especially since variant chassis count as unique. In particular, the medium class must have over a dozen, right? So maybe taking this crab is futile. It's possible that we will never complete this crab, and we will never complete the class that it is in.
Ready to fight, Commander.
Alright, so this is a Shadowhawk 2D. We pulled a Shadowhawk 2H, so this is a unique mech. I'm probably... I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this thing, honestly. I guess put it in storage for now? Like, the Hatchet Man is, I think, actually still a pretty good mech. It's maybe too light to take out anymore. So maybe I should just put the Shadowhawk in over it, but whatever. We'll figure it out later. So, 4.5 million C-bills. One more job left to do here, and I think we ought to be able to pull it off. It is 3.5 skulls, so we're starting to get into the actual danger range. Although it's always hard to tell, right? I would say that the 3 skull mission we just did was considerably easier than the 2.5 that preceded it.
Yes, Commander.
I don't have any idea what I want to do with you. Extra unsteady threshold is like maybe interesting. Recoil penalty is irrelevant. Centurion's almost always driving the Grasshopper, right? Probably it's just weapon hit.
Training complete. Receiving you.
Elabor is slowly working his way up. He got the first called shot
Waiting
bonus at
for
least.
orders.
Mech warrior training complete.
Alright, you're getting close.
Yes, Commander.
I'm here.
Training complete.
Alright, Rocket is ready to roll. I'm not sure if Rocket or Razor makes a better pilot for the Grasshopper. We probably don't need heat management. Probably Rocket is the one we want in the Grasshopper. Having it move on 3 is pretty powerful. Saber... Saber probably wants... Well, we don't know what we're going to have him doing anymore. But he probably wants the extra movement, right? He's definitely kitted out to use a close-range mech. We can start working him up toward that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And Sand Cricket is almost at Called Shot Mastery. Okay, well that was pretty successful. We're having a couple of real good episodes here. So, we have one more contract to do before we leave the world. We're gonna take the bait. Hey, it turns out it's a trap. Would you go and trigger it for us? For a whole bunch of money? Yeah, I have no self-respect. That sounds like me. So that's going to be it for us for today. Come back next time when we finish our business here on whatever the heck this... What is it? What is this system called? When we finish our business here on Itzber, and then probably go off to find ourselves some more flashpoints. And we'll see you then.